big boy. That might be the big one of the day.
That is what it's all about right there. Okay, just made it over to a brookie stream here in northern Pennsylvania. Out fishing with the big Shrive. It's Benny P from Lively Legs. And today we're going to see if we can hook up with some wild brookies, get some hookups on video, and we're going to introduce a new fly. Check out that little gem right there.
That's what we're after.
I saw that one hit big Shrive. Get that boy in the net. That's a beauty. LFL, pheasant tail. Gonna have to talk a little bit loud because this stream is ripping.
Beautiful fish.
Let me zoom in on that puppy. Yes, it is. That is a beautiful brookie Shrive. That's a nice sized one. Shrive called that spot out. We were coming up through, and I'm going to show you guys these plunge pools up here in northern Pennsylvania. They're ripping, and they're holding some trout right now. Big Shrive pulled out that beauty. He's going to head back over into that little plunge pool and see if he can't pull out another. Here he goes. Back at it, the big Shrive. It seems like most of the time when we're fishing these plunge pools, you'll get one, possibly two fish, and that's it. Game over. Time to move on. And you can see how that water's coming down over the top, forming like a little waterfall. Plunges down in. There's usually one or two sitting in every one of these spots. They don't always hit, but they're in there. That's it. Game over. He's going to walk out and get his fly. So we're going to move upstream a little bit and see if we can't get into some more of these beautiful brookies.
Oh, perfect. He called it out. He just hooked one there and got one. I'm going to go up closer here. We'll get a better look.
Look at that little beauty. I'm going to talk loud because this water is so loud.
Beautiful.
Beautiful little fish right there. And you see LFL, pheasant tail, right in the corner of its mouth. That's going to be a brookie catcher. We find these pink legs to be slamming the brookies. Perfect. Up here enjoying northern Pennsylvania with the big Shrive, catching some brookie trout. No better place to be in the world. One of the things I'm going to mention before I go up to this next spot, you don't want to walk straight up to these spots. As you notice, we're fishing them upstream and we're casting a lot of line to get up into there. You want to try to stay down below the fish so they don't see you. Sneak up in there, drop a cast in, and hook up with the wild fish. Wild fish are smart. There's a lot of predators out here, us being one of them, and they know the game. So if you're fishing for wild fish, you have to use your brain a little bit more. Sneak up to the spot, drop your cast in, bring it downstream, see the line pause, set the hook. it is, one of these spots where you just have to take your time, sneak up on the fish. And there it is. Beautiful looking wild fish with that new pheasant tail, that LFL pheasant tail right in the corner of its mouth.
The shark Shrive. I got it out. Oh, it's
He's gonna put him back in his home up there.
That should be a nice little release in the clear water. That's it, these spots you have to sneak up into them. You walk right up to those spots with these wild fish, pretty much game over most of the time. There he is. Big Shrive's got a meaty one on right there. Walked up, we had a nice pull. We're getting further and further up this small stream. It looks like Big Shrive's got a meaty looking brookie to the net. Check out this spot Shrive's fishing. I wanted to stay back behind this tree, but you can see the stream dropped right into another one of those pools. He threw up at the head of that pool, and sure enough, beautiful looking wild brookie came out and drilled his pink pheasant tail with the pink lively legs. Big Shrive, also known for catching the big fish, is catching all the dinks today. Let's see if old Dinkster can get another one here. Big Shrive is hammering them. Now this one is a dinker. Look at that little Dinkster. I wouldn't even use it. Well, he's gonna go right through the net. Big Trout pulls in a pretty decent one. I call it a dinker. Throws back up and kabam, hook back up. Another one on the pink pheasant tail with the pink lively legs. Big Shrive is hammering the brookies. Okay, the Big Shrive just pulled a couple out of that spot. Look up here and you can see right off the side of this rock, you see that soft spot. He's gonna give that a quick cast or two. Is that a fish Shrive? Look at that. Gonna call this the Big Shrive PA Brookie Special.
Another one on the pink pheasant tail.
Another one with the pink legs.
Yeah, it's a pink pheasant tail.
It's a pink pheasant tail with pink legs, or what color are the legs on that one, Shrive?
They're the yellow.
Yellow legs on a pink pheasant tail. That's a wild combination.
Beauty.
That's a dinker.
Oh.
No, that's a beauty. There's a nice little pocket. Big Shrive's gonna go in after one. See that pocket right there. Oh boy, he turned one right there, right off the bat. There it is. Big Shrive. Cast into that nice little pocket. We're going to go down and get a closer look at this one. And I'm going to show you the pocket he just cast it into. That's a big boy. Try to get a different camera angle. I'm going to have to talk a little louder, but this is a beauty. While the Big Shrive's taking care of that fish. Well, let me see here before we do that. We'll get this fish Put that bad boy in a catch cam net, and then we'll get a catch cam release as well with him.
I'm going to take the nymph out of his mouth.
Okay.
Because I got it tangled in my net here.
Okay. That's a nice one, Trout.
It's the big boy.
Okay, we got him in a catch cam net. Get this puppy on. We're going to get a nice video of him in some soft water over here. And then I'm going to show you the spot that Shrive just pulled this beauty out of. Look at that. That is a beauty right there. That's a Pennsylvania wild brookie, and that's about as good as they get. That's a beautiful one. Okay, that one slid right out of the big Shrive's hand. Went right under this rock right here. I think we got some good GoPro footage of it. And that spot he just missed that fish and caught one out of was right there. You can see that's just one little soft spot, and a lot of times that's where a fish or two will sit. Keep that in mind. You're fishing for these wild fish, even stockfish. Once they've been in the stream for a while, they stop grouping up and they move into spots like that and spread out.
Oh, big boy. That might be the big one of the day.
There's a solid one.
He's gonna bring it back?
There's a solid one, Trout. About time I got a solid one.
Hold him up there. I'll try to get...
Good fish here, big Trout. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put this guy back in. Get some nice GoPro video of it. There he goes. About time I got one of the big boys, Shrive.
Yeah?
You've been catching all the big fish.
That's what it's about.
This is it, man. Oh, man.
Big Shrive said, "You ready?" because he knows he's catching a fish right here. He said, "I was born ready." Big old snaggarooski, dude. You better go get it. Gonna try to get a cast right under that rock. Looks like he had a pretty good cast in there. That's it. He got that cast right under that rock. You can see that's a soft spot. And the big Shrive hooks up on the first cast. Man, we are just having a great time here. What is it, April 5th, Shrive? April 5th out here pounding brookies in Pennsylvania. Wild brook trout.
Let's get the hook already. That's why we use barbless.
That's a beauty. Nothing wrong with that one.
Let's get right here in the soft spot and let go. See him get it.
Man, they just take off, don't they? So there's that spot. Shrive, we walked up here and we said, man, if you could stick a cast to go right under that rock, there's going to be a fish there. And sure enough, it gets deep right there. It's a soft spot, and bang, big Shrive nails one on the first cast. Challenge of today is 1 second it's sunny, the next second it's raining, and we have to keep putting the filming equipment away. So we're going to have to put it back away. We've been having a great day of brookie fishing. We just can't capture everything on video because every time we start filming, here comes the rain. And this is a Sony HDR CX 130, and it doesn't take rain too well. So we're going to put the camera back away, and hopefully we get some sunshine later. We can get it back out. Man, I put the camera away with all the rain. The big Shrive pulls out the most beautiful brookie we've seen all day. Look at him up there on the rock.
Wow, right there.
Big Shrive with a smile, and look at that brookie.
That thing is a beauty. And once again, look in the corner of its mouth. We got our pink legs. There's another little beauty, but this rain is just making it tough. Pulled that little guy right behind that rock right there. There he is, Big Shrive. I found my spot here under a tree. Big Shrive snuck into a nice little soft spot. You can see how the water comes down over. Creates that real soft spot, and that's where that bad boy was sitting.
Okay, got the Big Shrive, just getting that one with the rainstorm coming down again. Took a while, but it stopped. And I found one of those money spots. And you'll see there's a big rock on the opposite side. Plunging down over, kind of washed out. Definitely going to be a spot where a brookie's sitting. Let me sneak into there and hook up with one of these guys.
Too little for a net, but look at that beauty. Too small for a net. It's got the pink legs right in the corner of its mouth. Those pink legs are just crushing the brookies today. Hold on a second. Check it out, I was just releasing that brookie. Turn around, the Big Shrive's picking up what I left behind here. We'll have to officially call that our first double of the day.
Bring them up.
Man, Trout's catching all the pretty ones. Beautiful fish, Shrive. It's a beauty.
Move back in. Be caught another day.
Big Shrive is putting on a clinic today. What'd you get him on, Shrive?
Pink pheasant tail.
The pink pheasant tail. Once again, slams another one.
See him there? Pull back in.
There we go. That's a pretty one. About time I got a pretty one. Gotta love it, Big Shrive. Up here in God's country. Okay, I can't seem to get the Big Shrive off the water, but we're getting ready to bounce. Had a great day of fishing these wild brook trout here in Pennsylvania, and I've had a lot of people asking me lately, what equipment are you using on the water? So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a quick breakdown of what we're using. Today I was using a 10-foot 2-weight syndicate rod. Shrive's got a nice one on down there. Hold on a second before I do this closing clip. Can't get this guy off the water, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like a kid in a candy store. Look at him. Alright, let me get back to explaining the rod that we're using. Okay, I finally got the Big Shrive coming off the water because we have to bounce. I mean, no doubt, I got to get home. But once again, we're using a syndicate 10-foot 2-weight. That's for sale at livelylegs.com. We believe in this rod. It's affordable, and it's one heck of a nymphing rod. A lot of people see me fishing with a 10-foot 2-weight on a brookie stream, and they're thinking, man, isn't that too much rod to fish on a brookie stream with hemlocks? And the answer for me is no. I know there's some streams out there you're not going to be able to throw a 10-foot rod, but most of the streams that we fish, we absolutely do great with a 10-foot rod. Now, if I was fishing dry flies, I would not be using the 10-foot rod. I would break that rod down so I can do back casts, but not doing a bunch of back casts. This is a great rod to use on a brookie stream as well. Another thing I want to point out real quick, a lot of people are asking me, what's that right there on your side? It's holding your rod, and that is an O Pro rod holder. And that's another thing that we're selling now at livelylegs.com, because we like to sell the products that we believe in and that we use. And that's a product that I used. I tested it on the water for several months, and I like using it. I got used to using it. It's not a grab point, and it's one heck of a nice place to put your rod when you're tying up, taking a fish off. You have a fish in the net, you stick your rod right in that rod holder, and you have both your hands free. So before I get asked a bunch of questions on what rod are you using, what rod holder are you using, there it is, the catch cam net. We're also using that, and the GoPro fits right in there, and you're going to see the footage from that. So I'm only adding these to the videos because we get asked so many times on what products we're using that I want to make sure I let people know right up front that's what we're using. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. One other thing I'm going to add right before I end it is, you heard me talk about that LFL pheasant tail, and the reason why I didn't give too many details is because this is going to be a benefit fly. All the money that we bring in from this fly is going to go towards a little girl and her family, and I don't have all the details right now, so I'm not going to break it down to you, but this is a benefit fly. I wanted to come out, fish with this fly, and promote it, and it did a heck of a job on the brookies today. Well, that's going to wrap up the video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and until next time, best of luck on the water.